Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mentally Tough Coaching, where I'm giving you the information, the tools, and the confidence to teach the mental side of the game to your athletes, and in particular, mental toughness. Today, I want to talk about culture and how coaches can build an effective culture. Research has shown that it's possible for coaches to enhance mental toughness indirectly through the values and the culture that one brings. Culture is defined as a dynamic process characterized by the shared values, beliefs, expectations, and practices across the members and generations of a defined group. A high-performing culture appears when the perception and the action of the members support continual optimal performance, persists over time regardless of results, and when it leads to high performance. If a team is underperforming, it may need a change in culture, which means keeping the same cultural ideas but just improving on them. Otherwise, it may need a change of culture, which means totally revamping the cultural ideas. High-performance teams seem to be grounded by two constructs, and that is leadership and team building. Obviously, a coach has a huge impact over both leadership and team building. Identifying leaders on the team and being a good leader yourself can be beneficial to the team. And obviously, it's the coach's job to incorporate team building. I will have a video in the future on team building, so be on the lookout for that. From the research study done by Gould et al. In 2001 that interviewed the 1996 Summer Olympians, the researchers also analyzed different variables that may influence performance. The variables included organizational influence as well. A few factors included things like team cohesion, the coach's ability to deal with crisis, and venue transportation difficulties. The research concluded that many variables influence an individual's performance, including those organizational factors. These organizational factors can either have a positive or a negative influence on the athlete. Organizational psychology has emerged as an influential factor in a team's performance. If you don't know, organizational psychology focuses on scientifically based solutions in enhancing work, performance, and individual satisfaction. Really, organizational psychology works to assess and enhance the effectiveness of individuals, a group, and the organization itself. This obviously sounds very similar to sport and performance psychology that works to enhance the athlete's overall well-being as well as performance. It's extremely important for a coach to recognize that the organization has a large influence over the athletes. Because of this, it's very important for a coach to work on and enhance relationships with everyone within their organization. Positive organizational psychology in sports, otherwise known as POPS, was something that I did a little research on. POPS is the study of the positive attributes and the processes and the outcomes associated within the organization and its members. Having the coach develop the systems and facilitate positivity within the organization is crucial in order for the organization to flourish and prosper. Now let's get into a little more of the culture side directly related to sport. A research study done by Butt et al. In 2010 interviewed 15 NCAA D1 athletes. Every one of these athletes reported coaches having the biggest impact on mental toughness. Within coaching, there were three themes or components that the athletes identified as the coach having an influence over. The athletes identified coaches' practices, attributes, and supports as three things that influence mental toughness. The coach's practices refers to how the coach sets up practice to effectively build mental toughness. The coach's attributes are the qualities of the coach that help build mental toughness, such as being a good leader and acting as a role model. Lastly, coach's support is the relationship outside of competition. Another finding from the study was how coaches can set up practice to build mental toughness. All 15 of the athletes mentioned that a tough but a positive practice environment is really beneficial in enhancing mental toughness. Think about it. What drills are you running? Are the drills difficult but achievable? How do you react when an athlete messes up one of the drills? Do you yell at them? Do you give them positive feedback? Do you push them? Think about that to yourself for a second. The research shows that you can be tough, you can expect a lot from your athletes, but learn how to do it in a positive way. 9 of the 15 athletes thought that teaching psychological skills would be beneficial, such as confidence and visualization. 10 of the athletes thought that active and passive mental toughness training would be effective, such as what we're doing here. Passive being more through your practices. From the study, it is evident that the athletes thought that through mental training, it can build psychological skills such as mental toughness. which is extremely important to performance and the success of the athlete. With that being said, today we covered the theme of culture. And think about the things that you can do to implement into your practice, everyday things. Think about the different ways that you can adjust and build your culture up. This is Mentally Tough Coaching. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.